Hey y'all, I'm OD from On the Air Sickle. Listen, I am at Inova Fairfax here in Falls Church, Virginia, and they are doing a blood drive. Listen, it is so important that we get out to the hospital and we participate in blood drives. People like me who have sickle cell disease really need your support. Blood helps us survive. Listen, this is why it matters so much, okay? This is from the team here at Inova. It matters because patients with sickle cell disease need regular, compatible blood transfusions to reduce pain, prevent complications, and improve quality of life. So I want to make sure that you understand how you can help. Please encourage blood recipient patients to share their stories. That is what On the Air Sickle is for, right? An opportunity for warriors of the sickle cell community to be able to come on live and to be able to share what is vitally important to them, their story. Hello, everyone. Welcome to On the Air Sickle. My name is OD. I'm the executive director and host of this podcast. And listen, we are about to go on live with Davon Bryant. He participated in our When They See Us campaign earlier this year for World Sickle Cell Day, June 19th. And I'm so happy to have him on the show. That episode is coming to you live right now.
On the Air Sickle, you are never alone. Together we're stronger, together we've grown. On the Air Sickle, where love shines through. Awareness, compassion for me and you. On the Air Sickle.
Hello, everyone again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Listen, before we dive in, I just want to pay attention to the video that we played earlier about mental health. I want you to know that we here at On the Air Sickle support mental health. Dealing with any chronic illness makes it difficult to manage day-to-day operations. And so I just want you to know that you are not alone. Just like our theme song has said, our chaplain here at On the Air Sickle is launching a On the Air Sickle support group. That will be coming out October 2nd. That's right around the corner. I'm so happy to get that started. He's reaching out to former participants of our show and anyone in the sickle cell community who wants to be part of it. You have the opportunity to gather and fellowship with those that understand your pain, understand your struggle, and know what it's like to battle this horrible disease called sickle cell. So listen, we are here for you. Happy Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Let's go ahead and turn things over to our co-host, Miss Erin Washington.
Hi, how y'all doing today?
Hey, Erin, how are you?
Still here, can't complain.
That's right. Listen, I'm so excited with all the things that On the Air Sickle is doing. I mean, we've done blood drives and we've attended town halls. We're making sponsorships. We're playing friendly with friends. It's just been one thing after another. It's exciting to see all the things that's happening within the sickle cell community for Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Now, I do understand that Shades Day just passed. Tell us a little bit about that.
Shades Day is just not just to support sickle cell disease, but also those portal to the souls that might suffer through retinopathy. Some people might have crisis behind the eyes, excluding me. I actually have transitional lenses to keep my eyes safe. So please protect those portal to the soul for the soul and get some sunglasses. And hope y'all will be on the next Shades Day, September the 27th.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. So excited about that. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about our sponsors, shall we?
Yes. So I want to give a huge shout out to Sickle Cell Medical Advocacy. Thank you for everything that y'all do. Y'all been going hard and strong for a long time. Y'all have served at least 140 people, trained 115, and it keeps on growing every year. So if you or anyone you know that might need their services, please go to www.sicklecellmedicaladvocacy.org. And I want to give a huge shout out to our new sponsor, Capkin's Craft Studio. Well, I love what they do. I'm all about the people who decide to take time to crochet and do whatever they can to show their love. Like right now, I have on Miss KP's hair scarf that she, even when it came in the mail, I just saw how much hard work that she did. So a portion of her proceeds will go to On the Air Sickle, and we appreciate you thinking about us.
Again, special thank you to both of our sponsors, SCMA and Cappy Ken's Craft Studio. There is KP on the screen. So excited. She decided to partner with us for this whole entire month to give a portion of her proceeds to On the Air Sickle for Sickle Cell Awareness Month. And so, as you can see on screen, she has all different kinds of designs. And also, she was featured in our opening series of videos where, at the town hall, we spoke a little bit about what she does. So super excited to partner with Cappy Ken's Craft Studio with On the Air Sickle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk a little bit about the weather. Our weather today is going to be a high of 76, low of 66 degrees. Make sure that you guys are staying hydrated. Tomorrow's weather, we're looking at a high of 75 and a low of 59. Also, before we move on, I do want to say that KP's QR code is actually at the top corner of your screen. So if you will just scan that QR code, it'll go directly to her site, and you'll be able to order some of those head wraps like Aaron is wearing and myself. There's a couple of members of our team here at On Air Sickle that also has some. My wife ordered up to 6. So super excited, different, sizes and shapes for the community. All right. This is a time that everyone has been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in our guest. We have Davon Bryant on the phone. And so hopefully you will be able to hear him. Unfortunately, we were not able to get him on the screen. Davon, can you hear us?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. So we are on the phone with Davon Bryant. Again, as I said earlier, I met Davon a few months back, and he was actually at Howard University Hospital for a keynote speech that I was invited to display there. And so super excited to have you on the show, brother. How are you feeling?
Well, I feel good. I was just a little sad that we couldn't do it online, so people can see that I'm rocking the merch. Go get you some merch, y'all.
I appreciate it. He was telling me, he was like, I had the On the Air Sickle jersey on.
It's okay. We saw it. You look good.
Yeah, Aaron said you look good, bro.
Thank you.
So listen, Davon, tell us a little bit about your story. Tell us about your passion, how you have decided to kind of advocate or self-advocate for sickle cell. Tell us about yourself.
All right, so I was born and raised in Washington, D.C. Raised by my mom. I have an older brother who is 8 years older than me, and I am the only person on both sides of my family with sickle cell. I have sickle cell SC, and I recently, I guess within the last couple of years, just wanted to start using my voice because growing up, just feeling like the only person on the planet with sickle cell, even though I knew I wasn't, but I just wanted to start meeting other warriors like myself, hear their stories.
Wow. Yeah. Aaron and I were actually literally just talking about how we felt like we were the only ones kind of growing up and experiencing the pain and everything like that. On my family, I'm the only one with sickle cell disease. I have SS. What about you, Aaron?
I had SS too, but
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had people in my family that had the trait. I
Mm,
thought I was just battling the disease by myself. And then after my bone marrow transplant, like, oh, well, we all got tested, so apparently I'm now a trait warrior. Where
right.
was this when I was going through it?
Right, right. Exactly, exactly. Davon, one of the things that we were trying to figure out is, and maybe you can kind of give us some insight, is why do you think it's so hard for men to kind of come out and talk about, dealing with sickle cell and all of our trials, ups and downs? Why do you think it's so difficult?
Well, I think it's because for me, let me speak for me myself. I knew again growing up, I didn't have my dad around, and again just other like male figures in my life, so I was kind of like closed off, or I didn't have like an older male's perspective on life, or how to I guess go about living. So I think a lot of guys, like I said, we just raised to keep our emotions inside and bottled up, and have this tough bravado, like you just suck it up and just keep on going.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, and a little bit has got to be a form of pride. You don't.
Definitely.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like the weak man, so to speak.
Yes,
Aaron's like, what?
Oh no, I gotta ask a question about this too, because again, I thought sickle cell disease was just made for women. But is it just like a power move that y'all lose when y'all say I have sickle cell disease?
well, I think it's just for me. I felt shameful, even though it was something that I couldn't control that I was born with. And of course, growing up, other kids thinking like, oh, you can catch it and things of that nature. And you try to explain like, no, it's not, contagious. I got this, disease from both, parents having the trait. But again, as you try to explain this to children, how we're kids, we're like, yeah, whatever, cooties, ew.
Yeah. So tell us then. You said that you had older sibling. What was it like, kind of your family seeing you go through this process, battling the pain? How often were you in the hospital? And I don't know. Maybe we need to talk about, like, we said we have SS. What is your diagnosis?
So, so it's funny. My mom, when I was born, they told her that I had sickle cell, and she was in denial because I had an uncle who had sickle cell. Unfortunately, he's no longer here with us. So, so she used to see, what he used to experience growing up, like all the pain, and my grandmother, have to, take him back and forth to the hospital. So my mom was actually in denial when I was born. So I spent most of my life from like birth to senior year in high school in and out the hospital. So yeah, it was a lot.
I'm sure. I'm sure. What is the biggest I guess what's the biggest challenge right now for the sickle cell community, in your opinion?
Right now, in my personal opinion, I would just say getting access to like the resources, because I'm finding out there are some resources, not a lot like other diseases, but there are some resources out there. But in terms of actually finding them or even getting like the information and knowledge, there has to be some work on that, because yeah, a lot of us we're suffering, you know.
Yeah. And do you find yourself, like, are you going frequently to the hospital, and how often? I used to be able to predict, like, all right, at any point in the year, I'm going to be in the emergency room at least 10 times, and then I'm going to be admitted to the hospital at least twice.
Yeah, so I honestly I haven't been hospitalized since. Well, I actually was just hospitalized back in July, like a week after my birthday. So before then, I haven't been hospitalized in probably over 15 years.
Oh wow,
Wow.
wow.
So
What do you attribute that to?
I would just say, as I got older, knowing like how to take better care of myself in terms of stress levels, and of
Mhm.
course trying to eat the right things. And within like the last 4 years, I just started exercising, because that was one of the other things too. Hearing as a child that, oh, you can't exercise, or if you try to work out or whatever, all these things could happen. But I'm finding out it's actually the complete opposite, because I feel a lot better. I have less pain or crisis. But again, just know your limits. Don't try to go in there like, yeah, I'm going to go and hit PRs, and I'm going to try to be Mr. Olympia or anything. Like, no, take your time. Take your time. But you can definitely do it.
Yeah. You were at the town hall this past week. What was your thoughts about the presenters, the stories, and how did you get information about Inova and what they're doing, their efforts?
So I got to give props to the Heart of Gold, because they have been super supportive and just very consistent with the care. And I'm not even a patient of theirs, but they make me feel like I'm one of their patients. But the town hall was very much needed, and I'm grateful to have been there and to have met other sickle cell warriors. I even connected with another brother there who was in his early 40s. He didn't even look like. I said, man, tell you, when we have sickle cell, but we don't look like we even age. So that's, I guess, one of the good things about it. Like, yeah, how old are you? 32. Like, you're lying. But no, it was definitely much needed information. And like I said, just to connect with other people, and just to connect and catch up and see, like, hey, how you been? I haven't seen you in a while. Or hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Talk a little bit. We're in the middle of starting a support group, right? And I know that you are very involved in the men's group and some other sickle cell groups on social media. Tell us how that got started, how you got involved with that, and how the conversations are evolving in those groups.
So I got invited to, I think, one of the groups maybe last year. So yeah, that's how I got invited, and then just connecting and following other sickle cell warriors, and just chatting with them, through DM. And I came across another brother, and he said, I have a sickle cell group for men, and I was like, oh, snap, that's cool. I know other guys, so he invited me in. He actually made me one of the admins, so just trying to help out wherever I can, because again, I've been looking for my people, so found them.
Yeah. Do you find that it is easier to kind of walk with your chest up high, making these connections with other warriors?
Yeah, because because again, for me, it's just knowing like, okay, this person definitely understands. Instead of explaining it to a family member or another friend or associate, they can try to understand, but they really would never understand it. Versus like when I ask, hey, how you feeling, brother? Man, I'm tired, feeling fatigued. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Aaron, what are some of the challenges that you would say that you may still be experiencing when it comes to sickle cell?
Definitely the past trauma of sickle cell. Like when I was trying to get a class and I couldn't go through it, I'm like, oh my God, I had so many classes I had to miss and so many tests I had to.
Uh-oh. Okay, looks like Aaron's having technical difficulties. That is interesting. So this must be a powerful episode, Davon, because we have never had this experience ever. But I think she's coming on. There we go. Let's see here.
It might be the weather as well.
You know what? It might be the weather. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We got you, Aaron.
Yeah, it's just me feeling like I can't do anything, me feeling trapped. That's what got me.
Yeah. Yeah. Davon, would you say that you still have those moments where you kind of feel like, you're trapped or you can't really proceed with life?
Absolutely. And, I think I was talking to you actually about this a few days ago. And again, I just turned 32, but of course, doctors used to tell me when I was a child, hey, your child is not going to live past this age, and this age. So, I tell people graduating high school was a challenge for me because I missed a lot of school. I had to make up a lot of work, but I was determined to graduate on time with the rest of my class, which I did. I had to do a lot of night school, summer school, credit recovery, but I did it. So now, again, I'm just at this point, just still trying to figure out life.
Yeah, I hear you. And so today is a very special day, and I'm not going to hold you. I understand that it's your mother's birthday, which is really cool. She's turning 21 again, eh?
Shit. 21 plus a couple years.
Okay, see, I wasn't going to say it. You said it. But I do want to ask one final question. As a participant of the When They See Us campaign, just a question, I connected with you on the men's group, and that's kind of how you found out about it. But what was it that really got you into saying, I want to be part of this movement? I want them to see my face as part of this campaign.
For me, the biggest thing is, again, letting other warriors out there, young warriors, young boys in general, just, hey, it's okay. Like, I had those same feelings, those thoughts. I was very shy and closed off. I still feel like I had my moments, but I definitely opened up over the years. But, hey, it's not going to be an overnight process, but, you're going to feel better. You're going to have more confidence, and you're going to meet other people in your tribe. So I just want, again, other patients out there to know, again, you're not alone, and again, you have plenty of life to live.
Yes, amen to that. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to On the Air Sickle. I'm just so grateful to have Davon as part of On the Air Sickle. All through the technical difficulties, we found a way to get his story on the show, and so That's what's most important. Listen, if you are going through something mentally, emotionally, when it comes to your sickle cell disease, just know that you're not alone, right? You've heard the stories from Aaron and myself, and even Davon, who have all expressed that we felt alone at some point in time, right? That we felt like we were the only ones going through. And I want you to know, as the host, as the executive director, but most importantly, as a sickle cell warrior, as a human being, we hear you, we see you. We have been doing a whole bunch of stuff and advertisements for Sickle Cell Awareness Month this year. So excited for the work that we're doing. Again, October 2nd, our on-air sickle support group will launch. And so you can be part of that. If you have questions about that, feel free to reach out to us, www.ontheairsickle.com. You can also fill out the information there, and you can share your story live on the air. With that, of course, comes our advertisements and our promotions, and we want to make sure that your family and friends know that you are at the microphone and you are ready to share your story. Special thanks again to our sponsors, as Aaron spoke about earlier, SCMA, who was in the middle of their navigators course. They are training navigators to be the professionals and the supporters that need to be in the hospital setting to support you. Super excited about that. So if you need support from Sickle Cell Medical Navigators, contact them at www.sicklecellmedicaladvocacy.org. Again, our new sponsor, Cappykins Craft Studio. They have produced these crocheted head wraps for Aaron and myself and the members of our On the Air Sickle team. So excited about that. Again, all proceeds, portion of the proceeds that they received this month will come to On the Air Sickle. And that actually is an effort to be able to support our overall mission. As you can see on the screen, you have KP there with her different designs. So you can put in your orders by connecting to that QR code at the corner there. It'll take you directly to her site, and you never know, you might get yours in the package and have the same emotional joy that Erin had when she opened up hers. And if I could say, my wife and I, we had kind of a similar experience, so I'm really excited about that. Again, it is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. Please follow Davon. Connect to his Instagram site there. If we could put that on the screen for our viewers. So it is DAB Awareness for SCD, excuse me. So make sure that you connect with him on there. If you have questions about his story, or if you want to know a little bit more information about where he is in the community, you can always do that. And then, of course, I want to make sure that you all understand our efforts here at On the Air Sickle. We have a 3-layered vision, as I spoke about earlier, for our ongoing growth and development. It takes money to be able to do what we do, to be able to go into the community and make these connections, to be able to have great people like Erin speak to you from her heart and about her experience, and to ask those tough questions, to have our team in the background who was handling, technical difficulties and putting everything on the screen so that you have all the information that you need live. All of that costs, right? And so we need your support for our ongoing growth and development. Second to that is sickle cell research. Things are changing in the community. New developments are happening, right? And so if we stop now, we may never find an actual cure for this disease. So we want to make sure that we are investing into organizations like NIH and ASH, who are fighting to try to find out what can work for those dealing with sickle cell disease. Lastly, the Flip the Bill campaign, as I spoke to earlier, helps to support those who might be admitted to the hospital and cannot provide for themselves financially. You can come on to the show, tell your story. our board members will review your story and your situation, and we could possibly support you and take on that hospital bill for you, or maybe provide some food for your family for a week. We want to be able to simply flip the bill and to relieve some of the hardship from our sickle cell community. Listen, don't miss a single episode of On the Air Sickle. Connect to our YouTube page, hit that notification button, and you can get all the details about what's happening with On the Air Sickle, from our advertisements to our partnerships to where we are in the community. We are looking to connect with you in every way possible. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We, of course, are on YouTube right now and on Spotify,
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio, and Audible. So excited about that. So all these different outlets are available to you at just a click of one finger. Again, thank you for joining us here at On the Air Sickle. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't forget to connect with us. www.onairsickle.com is available to you. And please remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. I'm OD.
And I'm Erin.
And you are never alone here at On Air Sickle.